It is so ironic, but I am literally looking at an ad for Paramount Plus as I record this. So let us get into it. So there is a few, and again, these are allegations, we don't know for sure, a few massive leaks about the fate of Scream 7, which has been embroiled in tons and tons of controversy. So even if you don't want to get into the Palestine Israel issue, we got to do it a little bit. So essentially, what happened is Melissa Barrera became very pro Palestinian, put out some controversial tweets or Instagramos or whatever. And Spyglass, the company that actually creates the Scream franchise, got really mad, accused her of anti Semitism, and basically just turned the fandom into a massive firestorm. Now, at the end of the day, apparently, Scream 7 will be led by Nev Campbell. So if you are a Scream fan, and I am, you'll know that's Sydney, and they have a fan favorite director. So, what are the revelations? Well, apparently, one, there will be a massive time jump. This ties into another revelation. And two, it will be the beginning of a new trilogy. And apparently, we're not just getting a new movie trilogy, but a TV series. And hey, maybe much more, maybe a cartoon. So, what do I think of all this? Well, okay, to be fair, and I was in the middle of this Twitter war, and it is insane. Apparently, there really is no stable chronology because people are just giving very conflicting dates about when the Scream universe happened. Some people say, well, it begins in 1995. Others are like, no, it's 96. And then for the sequel, it's 98. It's like, it's all over the map. So, to be fair, a time jump will not really ruin the story because we really don't have a stable chronology. So, all the dates are messed up. So, it's not going to do too much damage to the story. That said, the trilogy thing really bothers me way more because it's like, well, Scream 5 and 6 were meant to be a trilogy. And technically, they could have just finished it with Sydney, although it would still be weird because of the political atmosphere, but okay, whatever. So they're literally beginning a new trilogy when two-thirds of another trilogy isn't even finished. And you're like, what? And tied to all this, again, these are leaks, rumors, that apparently the focus is going to be on Sydney and, wait for it, her children. Hence the time jump. We're going to age up the children, and I guess all of them are going to take on the Ghostface. Which Ghostface is this? Don't know. So, yeah, it's funny. There are now three camps, it seems, that gonna get into the politics. So they're gonna boycott Scream 7 and or they're gonna support Scream 7 because of Nev. And now we have a third camp that just is like, well, just looking at the story, politics aside, which is kind of impossible now. What? Who cares? Like, what? We're beginning another trilogy. Time jump, huh? What? It's just, this is so dumb and stupid. It is just jaw-droppingly like brain dead. It's just like, really, you have no ideas left. So it's like, yeah, we're just gonna time jump it. We're just gonna discard the stories because again, good or bad, Scream 5 and 6 happen pretty close. So obviously, explanation like, well, what's gonna happen to the other characters? Oh, the time jump. Yeah, it's like Star Wars. We have a time jump, so now we're gonna have a big gap. There you go. They went full George Lucas. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I had my suspicions about Scream 7 before. I'm gonna keep reporting on it. I'm gonna keep people well informed, but I cannot deny the obvious instincts here is that really they're just throwing darts on a board. They're just complete monkeys at this point. It's just like whatever, just throw stuff. It really matter. Yeah, I guess. I mean, again, I was not impressed with Scream 6, so I can't say like, oh, continue that story because the story was kind of weak. But still, like, this is just so lame. It's gonna be like, oh, it's Sydney and her daughter, right? It's the Scream mythology. It's not the Sydney mythology. She's already in 5 films, for God's sakes. It's like just the idea of continuing with her is like, okay. And I like Nev, but it's Nev and her fictional daughter now. It's like, really, like we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But hey, maybe a miracle will happen. But this is just so laughable. And when you include the whole political dimension, it is just going to be hilarious. Like, just how much or how little this money, just what is going to happen with the box office now, it's just going to be completely hilarious. And on top of all this, Paramount itself may be sold off. So, what will even happen with Scream itself? Will it be on Paramount Plus? Will it be on Paramount? Will it even be Paramount? Will it be a Disney thing? Will it be a Warner? It's just a complete mess. So, it's just laughably stupid. So just watching this thing just go berserk and self-destruct is way more fun than the actual movie. But hey, maybe we'll wait and see, and a miracle will happen, and Scream 7 will actually be a coherent film. But I have my strong doubts about that.